So you said that your mum didn't send you away like almost all the other kids.
No, she said that once, if anything happened to us, it'll happen to us all, and that would be that. And she said that so many on the trains, trains coming from Germany. There's as many Jews as they could get on the train. They got a certain date to go by. Once that date was up, then of course they were all gassed, the lot. But quite a lot of them came to England, and we had lots of girls and boys come to school and live in the town where we were, and they were just accepted. I know a lot of people, even nowadays, they've got something against the Jews, but then you get people who are religious or different religion, and they don't want to mix, don't want to. It's terrible. It really, really is. But we knew I had a teacher, and in his class, luckily enough, our school was never bombed.
Where was it? Where was the school? How close to your house was the school?
It used to take us about 10, 15 minutes to walk down to the school. It wasn't that far. But a lot of that where we lived at Crickwood, it wasn't bombed. But we had a block of flats at the end of our road, and in it was a lot of the spies, and they used to flash the lights to the planes where to bomb and what to do. So whether they didn't try and bomb us because they were all living in there. It was a lot of them.
Did you ever see them flashing the lights?
Yes. You could see them. You could see to the plane like that. And they were quite nice to talk to. You got nothing against them, but they just were spies.
So they came and talked to you guys?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they were quite friendly.
Did they say, I'm a spy?
No way. No, they never did that. But even so with children, it's surprising how nosy children can be and find out far more than an adult can. And children are quite cheeky like that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tell me about how many people were at your school. How many kids were in your class?
We had 24 children in each class. And a lot of them went various evacuated away. But I can think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should think it must be about 36 children. I can remember, which were perhaps from various classes. But we all stayed at school, and you had to, when the siren went, you had to go nip down into the shelter, and they didn't seem to be very long. Only one particular one, and we were there for 6 hours.
What was that like?
Horrible, because the shelters were damp and musty inside, and we just had to sit there. There's nothing we could do.
So was it just your class and the teacher in the shelter, or were other people there?
Oh, there were all the children. All the children from all the classes have come down and gone into the shelter. Afterwards, they made that into another classroom, or made that plus part of it into I don't know, I can't remember now, But, I mean, we had, 6 weeks summer holiday, and in those 6 weeks summer holiday, you had an awful lot of fun, because in between the bombing, you were able to go out and enjoy yourself. But once they finished bombing London and went over to Sheffield and various other places, it seemed much quieter in England. What many of us left, that was the only trouble. But we still had a lot of fun.
What did you do? What kind of things did you do for fun?
But you could go to the pictures. Sixpence. Sixpence for a whole day. Or whole morning. Saturday morning pictures, it was called. And you always had, on the newsreel, you always had the, I'm trying to think of it, in Poland. The word, no.
It's okay.
I can't remember the name of it.
You'll think of it at 3 o'clock this morning.
it was one of the worst ones. And you saw the people walking about like skeletons with but just a few clothes on.
Oh, so concentration camps. So on the newsreel before the movie, they showed you video of the concentration camps.
Yes.
Oh my.
And you saw a lot of them, and they would just show you the bombing in London or where it was really bad, but you always, every time, you always had the concentration camp.
What was that like for you to see when you were...
It was not very nice. And even to this day, I can still close my eyes and see this man walking along with, it was dead as a rake, and his clothes were just hanging on him. But they weren't warm clothes, they were just like a pair of pyjamas, something like that. How on earth they put up with the cold, and they didn't die from being perished. Made me feel really cold.
Did it give you nightmares at all?
I don't know that they did, because we've got so much with bombing going on and that you accepted it. And if you found a dead body, we found a dead body. And that's all there was to it. But it wasn't what's the word I want? We didn't have nightmares or anything like that. I think it was the fact that it was the war, you just accepted it. I mean, if you tried to do that to the children nowadays, they'd be scared stiff. But that was life.